Stop
Mine.
it. Stop
Mine.
it. Stop it. Stop
My
it.
turn.
Stop
My
it.
turn.
Ah!
Got it. All right, so here we are again with another episode of Mike Takes the Mic. We're here with Headmaster Christopher Dyer of Reborn Martial Arts here in Northern Virginia, Springfield, Virginia to be exact. And here we're going to ask him some more questions, pick his brain, find out what he knows. So our question today, it's a long one, it's a three-parter, and that is, how do you plan class activities? How do those activities relate to rank requirements? And what can a student potentially do to prepare for class? So send us your answer.
All right, so first one, how do I prepare for class? We have 4 different programs at our studio. So a kids program, a juniors program, adults program, and a light contact class. So for people that don't want to do heavy sparring or getting thrown, we have an internal arts program that's for those folks. So each class is very different. Obviously, you're going to teach kids and adults in a completely different thing. And kind of how you go about teaching those types of things is, with the kids, I obviously focus on covering their material every class, that we want to cover their forms, cover their short techniques, learn some sort of defensive principle, and then lots and lots and lots of drilling. So doing line drills, doing partner drills, doing footwork drills, doing bag work, so that they're constantly moving, because you know with kids you got to keep them active. And the juniors are kind of along the same path. You get them moving, get them doing bag work, and get them doing the drills, obviously working on material. But we can start hitting more of the mental side of it. So the purpose of meditation, the reasons why we would ever actually have to, if we ever had to use self-defense, when's a good time for that? What does that look like? We start going over the principles. So one of the things that we really focus on here is our methods and principles of the art. Something that I find extremely interesting. I like sharing that with my students. And then that kind of gets into the adults classes, is that we really focus on not only the bag work and the drills and the workout, because for most of the adult students, this is their workout. Most people don't go to a gym or whatever. This is what they come to a workout for. So that has to be a part of it. So getting a high intense workout. For folks that don't know, I used to be a personal trainer, in-home personal training for 8 years as Reborn Fitness, and then so I use some of those skills from my personal training days in the class to make sure that people are doing exercises appropriately. And then obviously the martial side of it. So same deal, drills, understanding why we do things though. Getting those principles across to people I think is extremely important, so that if you know why you're doing a thing, you're better able to do it. So that goes into the rank stuff. Yeah, every class is focused on getting people going towards the rank. It's kind of the roadmap of progression, right? We know that from white belt to black belt, we need to do something to go on the course of getting good. We've mapped it out with 10 different ranks, and each rank you're going to learn new form, new drills, and things are kind of guiding you towards getting good. And so, each class you come in, you start working on whatever material you need to learn. First part of that, and to answer the last part of the question, the first part of that is on the student. Like, I can give them the information, I can show them the information, I can give them the drills, I can do all the things that they need to do in order to mentally and physically be ready to do this stuff. But it all comes down to, are they going to put in the work? And that's the thing, is what can they do before class to prepare? You got to know your material, right? So get to class early, practice it, ask questions if you don't understand, come up with drills on your own. I think that's a great way to understand your material, is why am I doing this? I need to work on this part because I'm not good at this, or whatever it happens to be. Know your weaknesses, and then you can start working on those things. So like the other day, I was talking to one of my juniors, what is it that you need to work on in this class? I asked them, so that they are mentally preparing themselves of, oh, I need to work on X before class gets started. That's a huge thing, especially for low ranks, is to know what practicing is. A lot of people don't know what practice is. You have a musical background. You luckily know how to practice. Right?
It's very lonely, I can tell you that.
It can be, but that's why we have places like this. Yeah, so you can come in. You can set up partner times. Like I used to, early on in my martial arts career, I had a good buddy, Nick. We would get together and we'd, say Wednesday at whatever time, let's go meet at the dojo and train. Like these are the types of things that you can be doing as a student. I realize not everybody has all the free time, so practicing at home. Even watching videos, watching things online that you can ask questions about later, so that you're getting sort of all of the material just kind of absorbing into you.
You can also do a visualization, kind of mental rehearsal, mirror neurons. Check that out. And it also sounds like there might be a difference of interaction from the various. It's not just about rank requirements. It's also, for younger students, there's character building and, interacting with others and kind of developing those skills.
Yeah.
Less of an issue for adults, of course, but.
Every kid that comes in, they're learning how to introduce themselves, shake hands. Hi, my name is, what is your name? This sort of basic stuff. Juniors, same deal. Like, how many teens out there can't, carry on a conversation with other people? Like, learn how to do that. Learn how to talk to adults. Like,
and represent themselves, right?
Right. So, they're a member of our studio. They represent themselves, like that. You should be, stand tall and all these important skills. And then that's true for the adults too. There's a lot of that can be, useful for adults.
Yeah, kind of it's kind of interesting, and we've talked about it a little bit. And it may sound a little corny, but there's still area for play even as an adult, and having that not consequence-free environment, but there's things
lighthearted.
Things weigh less heavily in perhaps
Yeah.
this setting as opposed to being at work or being in a classroom.
Yeah, the other day we were in class and I said, hey, bring your friends to class, and everybody in the class basically pointed at each other because this is a beautiful thing. I love seeing this. Now it makes my job harder trying to get more people, but the people that you attend class with are the ones that you hang out with, are the people that you socialize with, you interact, you have that bond, you have that community. And people learning really good martial arts is kind of a big deal for me, right? But that community, that's the most important thing, is that we are a community, and from big kid to little kid, we're all part of this family together in the dojo. So that's huge. That's an important part of it. So I like building that.
Well, I know this has been a long question. We've had some great answers. Any parting thoughts? Any final thoughts?
No, I think that being active in your training, right? Especially like this can be hard for little ones because they're not always the ones deciding that they want to do martial arts, right? So parents are obviously, you can send your kid to martial arts. They, for the most part, love it when they're here, but it might be a struggle early on. But for, say, adults or juniors, they want to be here. And so remind yourself, refresh yourself, like, why did I sign up originally? What was my goal? Was my goal to lose weight? Am I doing that? No. Okay, then what do I need to do more of? Or, am I feeling more comfortable? Am I more relaxed during my day? Yes. Okay, I need to do more of whatever it is that's making me feel this way, right? So, and I'm, for my students out there and for people out there in the world, I am happy to share that information with people on what they can do, both on the physical side and the mental side of things too. This is what I do for a living, and I chose this path for a reason. It's something that I'm passionate about. I like having share this sort of information with people because I've been there. Like I've talked about this before. I was extremely overweight and unhealthy when I started my martial arts career, and I'm not anymore. Right now, I'm pretty good shape, and martial arts has a ton to do with that, and not just the physical, but the mental and the spiritual side of it too. Is a much calmer person than when I used to not do martial arts. So I like sharing that with people.
Awesome. So if you're interested, come on down to Reborn Martial Arts here in Springfield, Virginia, and thanks for tuning in for this episode of Mike Takes the Mic. Have a good one out there.